Champion, fame, millionaire. Yes, they are esports athletes. They are the ones standing on the podium representing their country holding the trophy. They have millions of incomes and live with glory at such a young age. They are favored by fans, playing games all day, and living the dream life of their peers. Yes, they are esports athletes. Do you want to be part of them? But do you really want to be one of them? After knowing the reality behind the glories? Like other competitive sports, there is only one champion in each competition. In order to become the only one person, effort, talent, and physical condition are all indispensable. Today, there are more than 5,000 teams and 100,000 esports athletes in China only. In Korea, only the top 0.003% of the whole League of Legends players participated in LSK last year, not mentioned this number in other Asian countries. Since the huge competition in Asian esports circle, becoming a professional gamer is extremely tough. As a result, how far an esports athlete can go heavily depends on his talent. Take the example of League of Legends in China. There are only 100 out of 5,000 candidates able to go to League of Legends Youth Academy each year. 20 of them are eligible to participate in the competition in the LDL. And the best among these 20 players would finally become a professional gamer and enter the teams. The morality rate is higher than 99%. Every professional gamer is a talented youth who made a great effort. Since the golden age of an esports athlete is 18 to 25, these young candidates are usually preferred between 16 to 18. The career of an esports athlete is extremely short, usually 5 to 7 years. So they are trying to their best to go as far as they can within the limited time. In order to go further, esports athletes usually train more than 10 hours a day. Take the example of Genji. Players arrive at headquarters a little later in the morning, sometimes starting their training around midday. They are trained all day long until they go to bed. According to Jun Lee, general manager of Genji's players department, players are trained at least 8 hours a day during off-season, and they are trained 12 to 15 hours per day during the season on average. If how far an esports athlete can go depends on his talent, how long he can be in the field depends on his health condition. The intense training brings huge physical damage to the professional gamers. Uzi, a previous League of Legends professional player who is widely regarded as the greatest AD carry of all time, retired last year.
突然有那么一天你会发现你的身体就是特别是这个右边这条手臂这块就会发现你握鼠标都握不住的那种感觉，确实身体方面是最关键的原因。也不怕告诉大家，真的我是有糖尿病，而且是很严重的那种。
Although teams today started to require the athletes to work out every day, the intense competition and the training makes wrist, neck, and waist injury as well as diabetes inevitable to esports athletes. Mental health problems are another large threat to them, especially for those who are already standing on the mountaintop. It is harder for them to deal with the relationship with team, maintain state of performance in every day the same training, keep up with the update of games, and be doubted by fans compared to other gamers. Another decisional factor that limits the length of an esports athlete is the game itself. Each game has its lifespan, and there are only two choices left for the professional gamers if the game is no longer popular among the audiences: to switch to another game or to retire. Each time when there are updates in the game, the performance of athletes and the rule of competition will be affected too. Besides, for those games with better business model, that is the larger population of fans, the most popular online streaming, athletes seems to have more choices. Like the Dota player 09 who retired at the golden age of his career. His success is a good example of how professional gamers transfer their fame into capital. However, for those games with smaller audiences and weaker business models, achieving the championship seems the only way not to fall from the mountaintop. As pro gamers climbing this steep mountain called esports, glory is always companion with dangers and difficulties. So, do you still want to be an esports athlete after knowing the toughness behind the glory? Before making the decision, you may want to ask yourself 4 questions. First, why do you want to be an esports athlete? Is it because you believe in the success you will achieve as pro gamer? Or is it an escape from the heavy pressure of reality life? Ji-hoon Lee once mentioned in the interview that I've noticed that a lot of younger generation players just think they can go into esports because they are passionate about it. But in reality, not a lot of them can handle the challenges or stress that comes with the field. Consult with your parents, teachers, and figure out whether you are an actual good fit in this field is the first question you need to consider. Secondly, if esports is something you would have to accomplish as your life goal, what are the specific goals you want to accomplish? You need to do some research, be familiar with the industry and the requirements of this job. Which game or type of the game is your best? Which team you want to join? Which position you want to play? These are the questions you need to consider beforehand. Third, does your family support you? If yes, congratulations. Family support would be extremely powerful. If not, communicate with them and persuade them to give you a chance to try it. But listening to them may also be important. Finally, do you have alternative choices if you retired or you don't succeed? Due to the high mortality rate and the short career, making sure you have a sustainable career plan. The best esports athletes can change their fame into money or become a team manager after retiring. However, many of the esports athletes can only do something other than gaming. Preparing your room for maneuver is never a bad thing. Okay, if you have considered the questions above clearly, congratulations, you're ready to chase the dream. Now you can start from improving your gaming technique and your understanding of game mechanics. It is suggested that going to an academy or an institution that provides some form of proficiency test so that you can gauge where you stand against potential competitors. You can also start to reach out to the people in the industry. For example, inviting a coach to watch your games, entering the youth academy, or uploading your resume to the teams by clearly indicating your personal information including gaming ID and contact information, your position, your ranking score, and your self-introduction. Try to be as brief as clear as possible. Being an esports athlete is tough. It requires effort, talent, and physical condition, and more important, it requires long-lasting passion. It's hard to climb a steep mountain, but when you stand on the mountaintop, you will see the best view ever.
With a comeback.